Hello my friends, Dave Schramm here of SchrammGuitars.com, and today I'm going to show you how I make these giant lining blocks for my double top guitars. Let's go check it out. So I've already taken about a 25 millimeter thick neck blank, and I've cut it in these angles here, and then I flipped it. And the reason why I flipped it, you can see them this way, is I'm going to run them through my thickness sander to get a nice level surface. Sorry I didn't show you how I cut this on the bandsaw. I have a tilting bandsaw that allows me to do that. Okay, the strips are now thickness sanded. So got the saw marks off of there. They're still held together with double stick tape, but all the surfaces are already smoothed with the Gilbert thickness sander on my drill press. So now I'm going to cut them to width, which is going to be around, I think it's about 20 millimeters wide. I'm going to just cut these into blocks on my bandsaw. All right, now that that's done off the bandsaw, we now have our container full of tentillones, or lining blocks for double top guitars. So that's what we have here. This is what they look like. Now I'm gonna fit them to one of the double top guitars that I'm making, which is really unique. It's a really neat looking flame maple 7-string double top 640 scale. Okay, now on the sides where I'm gonna put these lining blocks, they taper because what I'm doing is I'm adjusting the vibrating area of the top, because it's so lightweight, we need to make it smaller so the impedance matching is correct. So I go to about 12 millimeters here to 25 at the widest part, and at the narrow part at the waist, 12, and then 25 in the upper bout. Then I connect those lines half inch or 12 millimeters at the heel block there. So these blocks will be adjusted height-wise. So as I go, here, let's do it this way. As this gets lower to the line, of course that block is going to be shallower in its taper. So they're about it's probably about 12 millimeters here, and then 25. They're 25 square, so 25 millimeters. So here it's the widest, and then as it tapers, it'll become smaller. All right, so I'm gonna fit those. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some double stick sandpaper on here, and I'm gonna rub the block on there to fine tune each one of these. It's a long process. So here's my process of fitting the blocks. I number in 25 millimeter or 1 inch increments the sides. And then I have this double stick sandpaper, which I move to different sections. And let's see, I just did number 9. So here's number 9 right here. So I run this block on the piece of sandpaper, and then that conforms to the side. So after each one, I put it in this row, and I'm gonna do that for the whole thing here. Now, of course, they're not gonna be the same width the whole way, because when I get over here, I might have to make them smaller to fit this area. So you just custom fit them to everything that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then I'm going to glue them on. All right, now the blocks have been glued in. Just going to wait for them to dry. Back out a little bit. Let you see a top view of it here. Notice how it gets wider here, thinner, wider. A lot of this is going to be leveled out and later, in a later step. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of this. All right, so now I have all the lining blocks installed. Next, I'm going to put the capping on top of this. Probably don't know what that is because it's not a common practice, but I'm going to show you. So, gotta wait overnight for these to dry, and next video, I'll put the capping on this double top lining blocks. All right. Till next time. Bye.